Alright, I'm not going to use this. Welcome back to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Renew, and today we're going to do a love reading. So we're going to see what's going on. I'm going to pull these cards. I'm not going to do my typical tell a story. I'm just going to see what the love energy is like. With that being said, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that fun stuff. I tend to yap at the beginning, so if you don't want to hear the yap, just go ahead and skip ahead to the reading. With that being said, let's get to yapping. Man, I don't really know. Let's get a little affirmation in. I am loved. I am loved. I am healthy. Oh, there we go. I am healthy. Hopefully you are loved and healthy. Excuse me. Hopefully you're doing the things to get you healthy and loved. All right. So, typically, I do these in the morning, but I'm doing it at night. And I want to tap into the energy just for the simple fact that it is Mercury retrograde, and a lot of us are going to be going backwards, possibly going back to old behaviors or interactions with your person now, or you might be looking at a person from the past. For me in particular, I had a very vivid dream last night. Very vivid. I had a few of them actually, but this last one that I'm talking about had me thinking about one of my exes. It was the last ex, like all day, all day, and all day I've been like fighting it. So instead of fighting, I was just like, fuck it. Let me see if I can get in contact with her. And I realized that I blocked her number and then deleted it. I blocked her shit and then deleted it. So I don't even know which one her number is when I looked at the block list. I don't even know what number she has. But so I hit her up on, I didn't hit her up. I just sent the request on Instagram. But then I took it back, and then I sent it again, then I took it back. And so that teetering energy, that's the same energy of what we perceive as the retrograde. So what I really need to be doing is looking at what this is trying to tell me at the fact that I'm trying to go backwards. One of the main things is that I'm horny for her. I'm horny for her. Like that's one of the main things. First, I'm still super attracted to this person, to this young lady, and that's a subconscious thing, that's coming out. But the idea is, in my dream, I just thought of her as so perfect, her body and what she was giving me and offering. But I already know, like, mentally, she wasn't mature enough to be with me. And emotionally, she definitely wasn't. So, but mentally, the maturity thing happened because of her impressionability. She just let her friends, get in her head about what was happening with her and I. So for me, there's things that always supersede, my lust for her. And I think I said yesterday, you gotta look at how strong you can be. And so the strength in my weakness, again, of desiring her, is the fact that I know the other factors. Like, she just wasn't emotionally mature enough for me. And just period. Then she was able to be manipulated by people around her, opposed to seeing the shit that we had going on. I mean, for the simple fact that none of those people saw me outside of our environment, but she did multiple times. And I don't know. again, I just chalk that up to the immature emotions. But I'm hoping that that story can help you out. Even if you want to go back to an ex, go back. Go. Go. They're people. You're a person. You're going to have feelings. You're going to have these changes, these sensations. You're going to. But what I want you to do and make sure you understand is that you left for a reason. So that's your tool. That's your ammunition. That's what you got to use to make sure you understand that, like, nah, I can't stay here. What? I already know what the fuck is going on. So what you got to do is go in there open, but know that you understand what you got going on here. And that's it. So, like, if my dream was just the bone, cool. That's what the dream wants to do. If I was to see her, I will be happy. Spend all day with you kind of thing. But I know you ain't gonna stay. That's just not you. You don't want to stay. And guess what? I already know that. So how can I be mad? But the thing is, if I'm going back over and over and over and over, that is where the problem lays. Maybe I have an emotional issue that I'm not mature enough in. But that's not the case. Nope. I never want to go back to any ex. If you harmed me, hurt me, did anything, and didn't get a chance to value me for face value at the first time, I'm gone. What? That's just for the simple fact that I believe that God tests people as people before anything else. Which is why I'm going to be making a couple of videos on the other channel, because I want to talk about some shit that's going on in the world right now. And I want to give my opinion on it. But for us over here, I want to help us understand the energies that's flowing around, because that'll help us make better choices as we're moving forward. So I'm going to pull this down just a little bit. And let's get started on some of these messages. So, what's our overall energy for this love energy? Again, I think the theme of this is going backwards, so let's go check out what we need to understand by moving backwards. Because again, if she changed, if it was the case to where she did change, like, I would entertain it for a little bit. But then, again, the problem is, people really don't change when they don't really want to change unless they have to change. So maybe you need to go back to see if one of these people who you still got on your mind, maybe they was forced to change. Maybe they want to do old things, but they literally cannot anymore. Don't judge people, judge their actions. So, what's the overall energy? Sorry, I guess nothing want to talk. There's a few that want to pop out, but nothing too much. What's our overall energy? When I shuffle these things, there it is. So, overall energy. This, I feel like this ties right into the story. So, here's our overall energy. Overall energy says that we got the Nine of Pentacles with this Three of Wands. So it's like, I feel like you're waiting on something, or somebody's waiting on something for you. In particular, we got this Nine of Pentacles, right? So this normally looks like, this is normally shown as, self-abundance. So maybe somebody is looking at you because you have self-abundance. And then maybe this self-abundance is something that they're waiting on for you to maintain and obtain. I do remember there was a financial aspect in my dream. So, but it was cool because, again, it was nice to say, but I didn't like what was going on just because it was her. But then I loved what was going on because it was her. So maybe there's something with that. Maybe it's the idea of somebody is making a change because they had to make a change, and it may be something that was physical that forced them to change, and now they're looking back. Again, I say looking back because the Two of Wands is all, for me, the Two of Wands says turn around. But the Two of Wands has this guy looking this way. So the Three of Wands said they turned around. So they looking at something else. So I think that somebody might be looking past the physical side to what was, and they're stepping into something new. We don't know yet, but that's the overall thing. I think somebody is looking past the physical. So, to me, beyond the physical is the manifestation of the physical. That is semi-physical and semi-spiritual. When we will things or manifest things into existence, we got to understand that most of that comes from the simple fact that we are here because somebody birthed us or something birthed something else. So that is the big key. I think the biggest case is the simple fact that something was born in the physical world, or maybe somebody is viewing you as the birther of things to the physical world, which is why they see you as this Nine of Pentacles. I just realized these ladies damn near got on the same robe. Damn near. So it's like this Nine of Pentacles energy is what somebody's looking at, but then they realize when they turn around that you're actually the Empress. So that's cool. Yep, somebody's been fighting back old thoughts, beating old thoughts down, stepping up to the plate, wondering about this newfound realization of you being the Empress, carrying that Empress energy, or maybe you are realizing that. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's you. Maybe they're looking at you being able to be so balanced, be so within your own self, yet sharing that energy with everybody else. So, somebody wants to come in and make you a physical offer. They know you are they know you have this. They know you're the emotional empress who can create, you can share, you can blend, you can do all of those things. But somebody wants to come and make you an offer. I don't know what it's going to be. Maybe it might just be to bone. If you don't know what that means just come in and have relations. But if somebody just might want to come in and bone, maybe the world wants to bone. So maybe this situation might give you a new opportunity. Maybe this person coming in will make you feel good enough to go search for new opportunities. Again, sex is a part of spirituality too. That's a spiritual side that a lot of us don't want to tap into, but then there's plenty of us who actually do. There's spiritual healing in regards to sex because of traumas. We release and we add and we include and we intrude. And a lot of those things come from the simple fact that we are people experiencing human lives. So the spirit is already there, and sex happens in the spiritual world all the time in certain ways. It's just a matter of how is it happening for you. Sexual healing, baby, that's good for me. I think somebody wants to come in and do some of that with you. Give you some sexual healing. Oh, but then they're in their head about it. Maybe this is a new person who don't know how to approach you. That just came out. Maybe it's people you don't know how to approach your damn self because of things in the past. Maybe you're closed off. Maybe you blocked off. Maybe you want people, but then you don't want people because of your mindset. A lot of these things can happen because these are self-inflicted. It's personal protection. It's self-preservation. That's what this card really is. Tell me more. Tell me more. So I think you have victory over all of these things that are lustful for yourself. But the problem is that I think you're beating back competition who don't really exist. I think you are making habits and issues out of things that aren't there just to simply protect yourself. And I think those walls are going to start to come down. For me in particular, I'm not a one night stand kind of dude. So maybe I need to practice that. That sucks, but it doesn't really, because what I realize is I just don't want my emotions tied to people that I will never see again. And that's it. But I don't mind sharing that energy. Again, we got the King of Cups here. So now maybe you've matured up and you can handle having, let's say, just an intimate relationship with your ex. But again, boundaries are important, especially because of right now. We are in Mercury retrograde. That means we're telling ourselves stories of the past. We have to also prepare for our future, but right now, the way to get to the future is to walk backwards. That's it. We got to walk up the hill backwards. People choose to do that shit all the time. But you got to start to see that's the benefit of right now.